Are you ready to lose that stubborn 10 pounds and finally love what you see in the mirror? These are the 4 things that you need to start doing to see weight loss. Let's get into the video. First up, you need to start tracking your calories. Tracking your calories is one of the most helpful tools to see how much you're eating and what you're actually eating. You can think of calorie tracking like money. So you have a daily calorie goal that you want to reach, which is basically like having a money budget for the day. So you can spend your calorie money however you want as long as you're within your budget. So that leaves room for different things that you want to splurge on. And of course you want to spend your money wisely, just the same as you would your calories. You want to spend wisely on things that are going to make you feel good, but you also have room to treat yourself. So within your day of eating, you have room to allow yourself to eat the fun things, just as you have room to splurge in your budget. Not only will calorie tracking help you create that healthy relationship with food where you can enjoy your favorite things, but it's also going to give you so much structure for understanding how your nutrition is impacting your fitness goals. So one of the very first things that you want to do when it comes to tracking your calories is figure out what your current calorie intake is. So to do that, you need to track your calories for at least 3 days and then take your average of what your current calorie intake is. From there, you're going to determine what your calorie intake needs to be and then compare those two numbers to see what you need to do with your current calories. That brings me to the next step in this process, which is determining if you're ready for a fat loss phase or if you are ready to go into weight loss. Now, if your current calorie intake is less than what your weight loss calories are, you are not ready for a fat loss phase. You cannot decrease your calories any further than they already are. Otherwise, you're going to experience all these crappy symptoms and you're not going to see long-term fat loss. However, if your current calories are higher than your weight loss calories, then you are ready for a fat loss phase. And that means you can decrease to your weight loss calories and see weight loss that way. Now, if your calories were lower than your weight loss calories, you need to go into a reverse diet to increase your calories back up to your maintenance and then diet down to that weight loss calorie goal. And if this process sounds extremely confusing to you, that's exactly what I take my clients through in my coaching programs. And they're designed to help you build your metabolism in the most simplest and easiest way possible. If you're interested in my programs, you can check my link in the description, or you can just leave a comment below. Now, once you've determined what you're gonna do with your nutrition, and if you're ready to go into that fat loss phase, the next thing we need to do is look at what we wanna do with your workouts. So the type of workout that is gonna give you the biggest and best bang for your buck when it comes to increasing your muscle mass and decreasing that body fat percentage is implementing resistance training. So if you are not already, girl, you need to get to lifting those weights. If you're new to resistance training, you're gonna wanna start with 1 to 2 days and then work your way up. If you're more advanced with resistance training, I recommend 3 to 4 days, up to 5, never 6 or 7, because you're gonna be overworking your body. Now, how you schedule out your resistance training days is gonna depend on your goals and what your current life looks like. So if you are super busy, you have a lot going on, maybe start with something smaller, and that way you can work your way up and not be super overwhelmed. And then if you have a ton of time on your hands and you just really wanna hit it hard, then you can start with more days of resistance training and go from there. Now that you figured out what you're gonna do with your nutrition and your workouts, it's time to create that structured plan that's gonna help you see results in the fastest way possible. Basically, how you wanna create this structured plan is taking a look at your habits and determining where you can fit in these healthy changes. So let's say, for example, I wanna start working out 3 times per week. I'm gonna take a look at what my schedule looks like and determine where I can fit those 3 days of workouts in. So for me personally, I'm gonna choose Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So those are gonna be the days that I'm committing to workouts because I know my schedule, I've looked at where I can fit that in, and I also know what my habits look like on those days. And then from there, I'm gonna choose a time that best suits my schedule for me to make it to the gym. So that way I have this structured out ahead of time and I know what I'm committing to before I go into my week. In terms of creating a structured plan for your nutrition, we need to determine what it takes to actually track your calories and make healthy food choices on the daily. So that might look like planning your week of meals ahead of time, as well as writing out your grocery list list and coming up with snack ideas or meal ideas for when you're on the go. By having structured out the details of your nutrition and your workouts that fits within your daily lifestyle, it's gonna make reaching your goals 100 times easier. Once you have all of these details written out, and yes, I do suggest writing them, all that's left to do is put them into action. And if you want that extra accountability, click that first link in my description and I will help you stay on track to reach your goals. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoy this content. Also feel free to follow me on Instagram. I'll put it here and I will see you guys in the next video.